Former Cabinet Secretary Ann Waiguru may not be off the hook just yet over the 791 million Kenya shillings National Youth Service scam. A new sworn affidavit gives details of how millions of shillings exchanged hands, with instructions from Waiguru how a plot was hatched to fix third parties and get the attention of Waiguru, and how charges against some of those implicated were planned out beforehand. The affidavit was sworn by one Josephine Kabura Irungu, whose 3 companies were paid the 791 million shillings. KTN's Rita Tinina begins our coverage tonight.
Just over a week after she was cleared by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission over the 791 million shillings corruption allegations at the National Youth Service, the ghost of the NYS scandal is back to haunt former Devolution Cabinet Secretary Ann Waiguru. In a sworn affidavit filed at the High Court, Josephine Kabura Irungu, a hairdresser, said to have been the main link in the scam, details how between August and September 2014, Waiguru introduced Kabura to her personal assistant Betty Maina, Director of Administration and Planning Hassan Nur, Adan Harake, NYS consultant Mutahingunyi, and Waiguru's sister Lois Nyamumbarire. Kabura claims she was given a secure phone which only Waiguru would call, with instructions to only switch it on between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Kabura alleges Waiguru instructed her to open bank accounts for companies the CS had assisted to register at Family Bank, the Kenya Tea Development Authority Plaza branch, and that Waiguru provided 24 million shillings as seed capital to start the supply of road construction materials. The money, she alleges, was delivered to her by Waiguru's sister Lois Mbarire. In the 23-page affidavit, Kabura swears that Waiguru was fully aware of the transactions leading to the payment of 791 million shillings. She alleges that the CS was involved at all levels and held several meetings with her and other highly placed government officials, including the director of the Banking Fraud Department, Joseph Mugwanja. On the 3rd of May 2015, Kabura claims Adan Harake, who had been appointed the AIE holder, requested her to go to his office with 20 million shillings, which she was asked to hand over to a Mr. Mohammed in order to facilitate more business. Kabura alleges that Harake also requested her to deposit 40 million shillings into an account whose number she was given. She claims she informed Waiguru of Harake's request, and the CS said she was aware and that Kabura should make the deposit. Kabura claims that while dealing with Jua Kali workers and contractors, she was advised by Waiguru to withdraw money in cash and carry it in bags. She alleges that Waiguru requested that part of the profits be given to her sister, Lois Mbarire. Kabura details how Lois, who worked at a law firm at Finance House, would come in different vehicles, park in the basement of the KTDA bank branch, and wait for her to withdraw money and take it to her, one bag at a time. She claims that after media reports on the central bank questioning NYS payments, Waiguru summoned her, Mutahingunyi, Adan Harake, Joseph Mugwanja, and Hassan Nur to her Runda home, where Mutahingunyi advised Waiguru to do an official statement to cool down public anger and to do a backdated letter dated the 5th of June 2015 on the purportedly stolen password and inviting the CID to intervene. Kabura alleges that that was done to pave the way for Mugwanja to take charge of investigations and Waiguru to become the whistleblower. According to the affidavit, to divert the attention of investigators, focus would be pegged to works worth 695 million shillings, and that to disguise the truth, NYS staff would be charged in a phony setup for purposes of driving favorable public perception. Mugwanja, she claims, instructed Harake to record a statement with the Banking Fraud Department pointing out a plot by other individuals in order to take the blame away from Waiguru. On the 9th of July 2015, Kabura claims Mugwanja and Mutapei Sautet went to her office and Mugwanja gave her his phone to speak to someone who was Waiguru. Waiguru, she claims, instructed her to hand over to Mugwanja 80 million shillings she was keeping in 2 office safes. Kabura alleges Waiguru said she would keep it safely away from the NIS. Sautet carried the money in 7 bags, according to the affidavit. Kabura details how a plan was hatched to have her and another decoy arraigned in court with a charge sheet which Mugwanja had prepared, and how they were later released without any charges. Kabura claims Waiguru asked her to go to her Runda house on the 26th of August 2015 and to take with her 10 million shillings in cash. Waiguru, the affidavit states, informed Kabura that her name would be included in the charge sheet, but assured her that only funny charges would be preferred against her. Waiguru, according to the affidavit, told Kabura that she had pushed for the charging of many people, including the PS and Director General of the NYS, so that she would not be implicated anywhere. On the 11th of September 2015, Kabura alleges Waiguru released the list of 21 people implicated in the scandal, including herself. On the day she was meant to take a plea, she claims Waiguru called her to inquire if she had money and advised her to appear in court on the 24th of November 2015. Mugwanja, she claims, personally provided the bail money. After taking a plea, Sautet and Mugwanja, she alleges, went to her house to find out if she was doing okay and informed her there would be raids at a later date on all suspects' houses, but guaranteed her house would not be raided. She claims Mugwanja then requested her to take care of anything incriminating and took back the secure phone Waiguru had given her. In the affidavit, Kabura alleges that she has never been interrogated by the EACC in connection with the 791 million shillings which was paid to her 3 companies. The affidavit was filed as the Director of Public Prosecutions, Keriako Tobiko, approved money laundering charges against 11 suspects in the 791 million shillings NYS scam. Rita Tinina, KTN News.